Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Hello, this is Angela Howard of C.A.T.S Network, and this morning I get to introduce Terry J. Walker of Inspire and Motivate. Hey, Terry, how are you doing?
Hey, Angela, it's so good to be here. Thank you so very much. I'm doing great.
Yeah, welcome. So tell us more. You have this I am in your title, which I'm very curious about because I studied the St. Germain I am meditations. And I'm just curious where your inspire and motivate and I am comes from. Tell us more about you and your business.
Well, thank you so very much. Inspire and Motivate is the name of my company. And I had fallen, down in the depths of despair many years ago. And so I started reading and studying, and I'm a true believer that everything starts from the inside out. And so Inspire and Motivate began, and I was big on affirmations, and I am are two very key, powerful words. For what you choose to put after them, create your reality. And so hence, I was working on being more inspirational and doing trainings and speaking, and I Inspire and Motivate became, and with the acronym of I am. And so that's how it all kind of began.
So what inspired you to start this business? There is the personal exploration, but now you have a business. How did you do that?
Well, that's been a journey within itself. But I actually wrote a book called The Resume of Life, Becoming Consciously Aware Through Spirit, Mind, and Body. And so the business kind of came from that. And now I'm actually expanding it out and moving more into what I've bridging the gap training. And I've become a corporate trainer, and I'm a motivational speaker. And I do a lot of things for parents and educators right now, and also with corporate trainings. So that's how it all kind of transpired. And it's just been an ongoing process and a building process ever since.
Wow, that's quite an expansive amount of people, from the teachers and children, which is our future, and then the corporate, which is happening now.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So who would you say your client is, your typical client?
Well, I do a lot of corporate training. So I do a lot of organizations and corporations and even governmental entities. And with those corporate trainings, I do a lot of stress management, also diversity, equity, and inclusion. But now, because of the pandemic, things have spread even over into parents and not knowing what to do with their children during all of this time. And then I do a lot of mental health, because that's also my background. So I talk about anxiety, stress, and depression, and all of the things that go along with that. So it's kind of all composed into one big cosmo of information.
That's amazing. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
You are listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network.
Welcome back. And so you were telling us about, it sounds like a large gamut of people that you work with the corporate world, and how you moved from the pandemic. So we're at C.A.T.S here at the network. We're curious about advice that women in leadership could give to all of us, C.A.T.S coaches, authors, thought leaders, and speakers. What is a nugget of wisdom from your business, from your years of your career, that you give to us?
Well, I do a lot of things about our confidence and self-esteem, and it's like this, and we need to learn to nurture that more readily and effectively. And I'm a true advocate for this, and I talk about this a lot with my icebreakers. and that is LNT. And I asked people, what do you think LNT stands for? And I've heard so many different things like leave no trace. And then last week in one of my corporate trainings, somebody said lettuce and tomato. So I tell them now that's what it doesn't stand for. But it's actually having the willingness to learn new things. And I'm a true advocate for that. That's my philosophy of we all need to have the willingness to grow from the inside out. And in turn, that even helps us in our professional life and our careers, and also with even the people around us, whether it's our family or our loved ones or our neighbors or our colleagues. So having that willingness to be more open and learn new things and be willing to study and learn.
That's a great nugget. Thank you, that we could all use in personal and professional and parental lives, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So share with us a success story, a recent success story of one of your clients.
Well, one of my clients actually had gone through my course with Bridging the Gap training for parents and educators. And they came back and said, you know, we're actually getting positive feedback. This was an early child development center, and we're actually getting positive feedback even from our parents, and our kids are talking about their feelings and their emotions, because I'm very big advocate on the emotional guidance system. And I've got news for you: fine, good, okay, and all right and bad are not emotions. And we've gotten further and further away from that, even with the socialization of the IT and social media and all of those kinds of things. And so I'm trying to bring people back into actually being able to understand and be more aware of their emotions and what's triggering that, and how we can make better choices to work through it.
Wow, that's amazing. So describe for us a recent challenge that you've overcome.
Ooh, well, this past year I had lost my mom, and then I lost my partner. And so with that, it knocked me off of my feet. And it's been a journey to have to come back. And I had some health issues along with that. And of course, that was all brought on by stress and depression and anxiety, and having to learn to trust the process and believe in yourself, and have that gratitude. There was so many times that I had to go and just figure out what I was grateful for. And I was navigating a lot of uncharted waters. And somehow I knew deep within myself, because of all the studies, all the work I'd done with Inspire and Motivate and the I Am and the work and the growth that I'd done, somehow I knew that if I could keep my gratitude higher than my worries, I would win. And in the process of that, it has been a complete and total journey, but I have come back now more resilient, more stronger than I've ever been. So having that gratitude and the willingness to ask for help, and the willingness to continue to network and believe that everything's going to work out and come together.
And yet another powerful nugget for us, that gratitude and trust. And it sounds like you've really walked the path that you're sharing with us to inspire, motivate from within on those dark days. So congratulations and thank you for the challenges that you've been through. So what's the big picture for you? What's next?
Okay. I would like to take a deep breath.
I bet.
It's been quite a journey, especially over this last year, and dealing with the IT and the website and all of those types of things. But Bridging the Gap training is now launched. It is a downloadable program, and it's an 8-hour program. And then we're going to plan on building it out for more lunch and learns for corporate America and things like that. So there's a lot going on, along with I'm getting ready to probably prepare to start writing my next book, which will be a part 2 from the resume of life to the resume of life to going home. So there's a lot of things on the horizon, but first I'd just like to take a breath and breathe.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It sounds like it's been a very intense past year for you.
It has.
And so how do we find you?
You can find me at terryjwalker.com, and also the Bridging the Gap information is on there as well. You can find me at Inspire and Motivate.
Mhm.
I am Terry J. Walker on Facebook. That's my Facebook page. And also Terry J. Walker is my personal page, along with Instagram, and that's also under Inspire and Motivate.
Well, you certainly are inspiring, and we at C.A.T.S really appreciate your time and the work that you put into yourself to be a great role model for us. So here's happiness and inspiration to you in the future. And thank you so much for being with us today on C.A.T.S
Thank,
Network.
thank you. I'm happy to be here and grateful for
Yeah,
you. So thank you so very much.
thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated, sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C.A.T.S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.